Brought to you by Penguin.
The Algebra of Happiness, Notes on the Pursuit of Success, Love, and Meaning. This is the author, Scott Galloway. For George Thomas Galloway, also known as Dad. Introduction. The Algebra of Happiness. In 2002, I joined the faculty of NYU's Stern School of Business. More than 4,000 students have taken my brand strategy course. My students are an impressive group, ranging from Marines from Georgia to IT consultants from Delhi. They're there to learn the time value of money, strategy, and consumer behavior. But our time together frequently veers from brand strategy to life strategies. What career should I choose? How can I set myself up for success? How do I reconcile ambition with personal growth? What can I do now so that I don't have regrets when I'm 40, 50, or 80? We address these questions in the most popular session of the course, the final 3-hour lecture titled The Algebra of Happiness. In this session, we examine success, love, and the definition of a life well lived. In May 2018, we posted an abridged version of the talk on YouTube. The video was viewed by over 2 million people in the first 10 days. My publisher was nudging me to write a follow-up book to The Four, the hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google, and much to her horror, I informed her that my second book would be about happiness. I have no academic credibility or credentials to indicate I should counsel people on how to live their lives. I've had several businesses fail, was divorced by 34, and recently had the most successful venture capitalists in history contact the partners at General Catalyst, my backers at L2, to discourage them, no joke, from investing in L2 because I was insane. No, General Catalyst invested anyway, and they did really well. In fact, you'd need to swim pretty hard to view my life as a framework for happiness. I grew up an unremarkable kid in California in the 70s, skinny and awkward. I received mediocre grades and didn't test well either. I applied to UCLA and was rejected, which didn't seem like a big deal at the time, as my father assured me that someone with your street smarts doesn't need college. I had no street smarts, just a father with a new family who didn't want to pay for college. He did, however, secure me a job installing shelving. The job paid $15 to $18 an hour, which seemed like a lot of money at the time. I could buy a nice car, my only real goal at the time. During my senior year in high school, we'd walk into Westwood Village and get ice cream, and my friends would shoplift. I'd head home when my friends began shoving Peter Frampton shirts into their pants, not because I was more ethical than them, but because my single mother just couldn't handle a call from the LAPD to come get their son. Walking back from Westwood Village, I crossed Hillgard Avenue, where UCLA sororities lined the street. It was homecoming week, and there were thousands of young women standing in front of their houses singing songs, and generally looking like a cross between a Norman Rockwell painting and a late-night Cinemax movie. At that moment, I decided I needed to go to college and went home to write another letter to UCLA admissions. I told them the truth. I'm a native son of California, raised by an immigrant single mother who is a secretary, and if you don't let me in, I'm going to be installing shelving the rest of my life. UCLA admitted me 9 days before class started. My mom told me that as the first person to attend college on either side of the family, I could now do anything. As my options were now limitless, I committed to spending the next 5 years smoking a shit ton of pot, playing sports, and watching the Planet of the Apes trilogy several dozen times, only taking breaks from this routine for random sexual encounters. Except for the last part, I was hugely successful. By senior year, most of my friends were getting their act together, focusing on grades, grad school, or getting a job. As no good deed goes unpunished, I rewarded the generosity of California taxpayers and the vision of the regents of the University of California with a 2.27 GPA. I needed a fifth year at UCLA, as I had failed 7 classes and didn't have the credits to graduate. Again, not a big deal, as there was more pot to be smoked and sci-fi movies to be consumed. And there was nothing compelling waiting for me in the real world.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?